How much pressure do you have to perform from day one?
There's no pressure. There's no pressure at all. I've been getting pressure since I was 10 years old. I don't think there's no pressure for me because I'm doing something that I love to do. And that's play the game of basketball.
Here he comes the other way. There's your first James jam.
Oh! LeBron James with no regard for human life.
I'm not going to guarantee no championship. I'll tell you that. I'm going to just try to do the best I can.
Oh, blocked by James.
LeBron James just made history for all the wrong reasons. For the first time ever, an NBA superstar was effectively sidelined by his own all-star game.
You could say the Lakers have made things better and maybe LeBron will want to stay, but that doesn't get back to the central question of, do the Lakers want LeBron James back?
You won't see anything from me tonight. Unfortunately, I will not be in uniform tonight. Still dealing with ankle and foot discomfort, so I will not be playing tonight, unfortunately. I hate that, but I'm looking forward to seeing the format.
At 40 years old, the crown is slipping, and the Lakers just sent a message he didn't expect. No franchise has ever gone this far. The message was quiet but brutal. We're moving on, with or without you. February 16th, 2025, San Francisco. Everything was set for LeBron's 21st All-Star appearance, a record no one else could touch. Instead, he backed out 90 minutes before tip-off, blaming foot and ankle soreness.
Here's the problem I have. Here's the problem I have, and it's with what we're talking about this in particular with LeBron James not wanting to play against rising stars. All these other NBA players have to play against his son because LeBron has kind of put him in that situation. Who's a rising star? So what's the difference now? He doesn't want to play. He doesn't want to play against the young guys, but
completely different. Completely different.
How's it different?
Rising Stars champ gets to play against the All-Stars on Sunday. One All-Star from last year told me he didn't like this because what does the All-Star team that plays against the Rising Stars have to gain? He's like, we're supposed to beat them. If we lose, we look bad. Draymond, who's a four-time All-Star, who never, I don't think, was picked to be a starter, said these young guys, if they're on the Rising Stars team, they don't deserve the privilege of playing on Sunday. And I truly understand that. He felt like it cheapens what Sunday will be. He liked the format. He just didn't like it this way.
But here's what nobody wants to say out loud. LeBron didn't want to suit up against the Rising Stars, a squad packed with rookies and second-year players. Former NBA player Chandler Parsons didn't sugarcoat it, saying the issue is LeBron refusing to face young players while the league still has to play against his son. Think about that for a second. Every team is expected to act like Bronny James belongs in the NBA because LeBron made it happen. Yet when it's time for LeBron to face the real next generation, suddenly the ankle flares up. The timing looks strange, the excuse felt convenient, and for the first time since 2004, an all-star game happened without LeBron James. A 20-year streak of consecutive starts was officially over. Even his close ally, Draymond Green, threw subtle shade, saying these young guys haven't earned the privilege of playing on Sunday. Translation, the old guard feels pressure. The new blood is coming fast, and LeBron saw it coming a mile away.
Was that the low point for you in your career?
Oh, for sure.
2011.
The lowest.
Yeah,
the lowest.
The first thing we want to do in terms of LeBron and his future is just give him absolute respect to choose his story with his family in terms of how many years he's going to continue to play. He's earned that right, and he's the best one to talk about that in terms of how many years he'd like to play. First things first would be for him to be able to make the decisions he wants to in terms of how long he wants to play. We're going to continue to honor and respect that and let him speak into that.
Now let's revisit something LeBron's PR machine tried to erase for years. The 2011 finals. Jason Terry, a 33-year-old role player, averaged 18 points directly against LeBron. Not just the Heat. Terry recently revealed a moment that said everything. Late in the fourth quarter, LeBron had his chin down, shaking his head, taking deep breaths.
But should LeBron feel disrespected by how the Lakers are treating him at this point?
No, I don't think so. They got new blood. A cat that's going to be the face of their franchise for the next decade, where he's contemplating walking away from the game in the next year or two. Last time I checked, that's business. Secondly, it's pretty hard to be insulted when you're being paid $52 million for 1 year's work.
That's when Terry knew he was done. The numbers are rough. 17.8 points, 6.8 assists, 48% shooting, including an 8-point Game 4. And this happened while being guarded by Jason Kidd and J.J. Barea, guards half his size. Even LeBron admitted it himself in 2024, calling it the lowest point of my career. But here's what nobody likes to bring up. Kobe Bryant faced that same Dallas team earlier in those playoffs. The Lakers got swept, yes, but Kobe never mentally disappeared. No head down, no fading away. He fought until the final second. That's the difference between Mamba mentality and whatever LeBron showed in that moment.
The first father-son duo in an NBA game. To the cutting James. Oh! Look out! The legend of LeBron continues to grow. Who else but the king?
One thing I always say, don't never let somebody tell you you can't achieve something.
Jason Terry walked into that season with a championship trophy tattooed on his arm, and then actually made it real. And somehow nobody talks about how the Lakers were flat out embarrassed. That moment still stings, especially now. According to NBA insiders, LeBron wanted a simple contract extension this summer. Nothing wild, just a 1+1 deal, some stability for a 40-year-old who helped deliver a title in 2020.
Because those kids deserve to be there.
Why is it different? Like,
What is he taking away from anybody? He's not taking away from anybody.
He took away an all-star. He took away an all-star from like Sabonis that should have been there. Knowing he was.
Well, you mentioned Bronny. Bronny's not taking away.
I'm just saying about the rising star situation. The rising star situation.
He wasn't a part of it. Yeah. So you're saying that his son is playing. Go ahead.
The Lakers' response: silence. No urgency, no real talks, nothing. One NBA executive revealed that by not offering an extension, the Lakers put LeBron in a corner. And Rob Pelinka's recent press conference was pure corporate language at its finest. We want to respect his ability to choose his own story. Translation. So, when are you leaving? Meanwhile, the Lakers threw $165 million at Luka Dončić faster than you can blink. The message couldn't be louder. Luka is the future, LeBron is the past, and the Lakers are already turning the page. This is the first time in 23 years LeBron is playing on an expiring contract.
If that was indeed, he was in town and that was a decision he made, has a lot more to do with the Lakers organization than it does with Luka.
Let that sink in. The so-called chosen one is now expendable. And now the uncomfortable topic everyone avoids. Bronny James entered the NBA under massive pressure created by his father's influence. He declined the Rising Stars invite. The father-son events were also declined. Why? Because deep down, everyone understands the situation is complicated and the expectations were never fair. But here's where it really gets spicy. Chandler Parsons called out the hypocrisy straight up. Would LeBron have played if Bronny James was actually on the Rising Stars roster? Everyone already knows the answer. LeBron carefully staged his son's NBA debut for the cameras, the headlines, and the legacy narrative. But when real competition showed up, even LeBron knew the game was different. This wasn't about a father supporting his son. It was a legacy move that blew back in his face. Every team forced to burn minutes knows it. Every player who lost a roster spot knows it. And now, even LeBron knows it. February 2025 flipped everything upside down. The Lakers traded for Luka Dončić, and overnight, LeBron turned into a side character in his own story. Watch the body language. LeBron was nowhere to be seen at Luka's extension press conference, even though he was in Los Angeles. Rachel Nichols nailed it when she said LeBron's frustration has way more to do with the Lakers organization than Luka himself. The Lakers handed Luka 3 years, $165 million, without hesitation. LeBron, they wouldn't even start extension talks. This wasn't subtle. It was a sledgehammer. For the first time ever, LeBron isn't Batman. He's Robin. And unlike Miami in 2011, this role wasn't his choice. It was assigned. The king got dethroned in his own building. Here's the truth nobody wants to admit. LeBron's defensive reputation has been overstated for years. Go back to 2011. Jason Terry had LeBron looking confused. J.J. Barea, barely 5 feet 10 inches on a good day, was attacking him without fear. Kobe never let role players run wild in the finals. Jordan never had his defense exposed by someone nicknamed the Jet. But LeBron, he's been hiding on defense for years, chasing highlight blocks while his man gets free. The numbers don't lie. The eye test doesn't lie. And Jason Terry's 2011 Finals performance definitely didn't lie either. It's time to talk about LeBron's real legacy. The greatest PR project the NBA has ever seen. The chosen one, the self-appointed king, the self-crowned GOAT. This is the same player who called himself the greatest ever while trailing Jordan in nearly every category that actually matters. He orchestrated the decision, then turned around and played the victim. He built super teams, then complained about not having help, posted cryptic social media messages, quietly blamed teammates, pushed for trades that wrecked franchises, and dipped the moment things got uncomfortable. Now he's trying to stage a farewell tour while the Lakers are practically guiding him to the exit. This is the same franchise that retired jerseys for players with half his resume, yet won't even offer him a short-term deal. Here's what's really happening. LeBron is setting up one last power move. Multiple teams reached out about a possible trade this summer. According to Rich Paul, the Lakers said no. Not because they value LeBron, but because they want his $52.6 million off the books. Let's be real about the options. Cleveland is rebuilding with young talent. Miami already showed him the door once. Golden State doesn't need a 41-year-old sidekick next to Steph Curry. The truth is uncomfortable. LeBron may be forced into retirement, not on his terms, but because nobody wants to pay max money to a 41-year-old who skips all-star games and plays Robin to younger stars. And here's the part nobody wants to admit. LeBron's career is ending exactly how critics predicted. No emotional farewell like Kobe, no quiet exit like Duncan, no storybook ending like Dirk, just a slow decline, and a team unwilling to commit. He's avoiding competition from rookies. His legacy moves are blowing up in real time. Younger stars are taking the throne while he watches from the sideline. The 2025 All-Star Game absence wasn't about ankle soreness. It was about a 40-year-old realizing the game finally caught up. The rising stars he was supposed to face, they're not rising anymore. They've arrived, and LeBron knows it. Now let's talk records because numbers don't care about feelings. Finals records tell the real story. Jordan, 6-0. Kobe, 5-2. Duncan, 5-1. Magic, 5-4. Bird, 3-2. LeBron, 4-6. The only one in that group with a losing finals record. And before anyone shouts, but he made 10 finals, I remember this. 6 of those came through a historically weak Eastern Conference, where having a super team almost guaranteed a finals trip. Divi Tukstoshi Vim Pat Smith Pratt Dallas, collapse. 2014 versus San Antonio. Overwhelmed. 2015 versus Golden State. Lost to a team starting Andrew Bogut. 2017 and 2018. Complete domination by the opposition. The truth hurts. LeBron has spent more time losing on the biggest stage than winning. And now he can't even show up for an exhibition game. LeBron built his empire on narrative control. The chosen one, the king, the GOAT. But empires built on PR eventually crack when reality hits. The Lakers are moving on. His body is breaking down, real or convenient. His legacy plays aren't landing. The young generation doesn't fear him, and his final chapter is being written by others. When Rob Pelinka says, "We want to respect his ability to choose his story," that's corporate language for please exit quietly. That $52.6 million player option, that's not security, that's desperation. We're watching the end. No fairy tale run, no torch passing moment, just Father Time doing what he always does. So what do you think? Is LeBron's legacy truly in crisis, or is this just the natural ending of an all-time great? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Like the video if you want the real conversation. Subscribe for more unfiltered NBA truth. Share this with someone who still thinks the crown can't be taken.